Welcome to Subtle Secrets of Pranayama. Today's day 25, and we're going to continue our discussion about ratios, who we've been talking about, and how they affect the autonomic nervous system. And then today we're going to go a little deeper into a discussion about how to shift into parasympathetic activation through of the autonomic nervous system through the breath. Now, there's lots of ways to do this. People talk about belly breathing. People talk about, just counting your breath. But there's many ways of sort of accessing the autonomic part of the nervous system. And I'm just going to share with you one way that I think is particularly helpful, especially for insomnia. I think T.S. Eliot is the one who said April is the cruelest month. And that is so true when you think about Ayurveda and our understanding of how provoking the vata because of the change of seasons. And so April and October seem to be really difficult months for people to adapt and adjust, and for the nervous system to recalibrate and to come into a place where it can adjust to what's going on outside. So, I live in the East Coast in the South. However, North Carolina, so it's sort of South, and I live in the mountains. And so the weather's been very up and down the past, it's really since February, it's been up and down, but particularly in April, it's been really up and down. And so with that up and down kind of weather, your body is constantly having to adapt and try to adjust and thermoregulate. And this really can throw the system off. And so many people report at this time of year, and also in October, because the same thing's happening, inability to fall asleep, right? Because the nervous system isn't regulating, the cortisol isn't regulating, and then you add, like, a lot of the people that I work with are women, 40s, 50s, 60s, you add these perimenopausal and menopausal changes, and sleep can be challenging, right? I've had challenges with my sleep since I was a child. And yoga has been so helpful for me. And so I'm going to show you the pranayama that's been really helpful in reducing my vata a little bit and helping me fall asleep. So the practice today is a slight pause at the top of your inhale and then a gradual lengthening of the exhale. Now, as I mentioned in a previous video, what the slight pause at the top of the inhale does is it upsets the balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen in your system. And as there's too much carbon dioxide in the system, the blood vessels begin to dilate, which has then initiates a cascade of neurochemical effects that causes the system to go more into a relaxation or a parasympathetic response. So the pranayama would be, take what you've been working on. So let's say you've got a 4-4 breath, for example. So the pranayama would be 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Do that a few times. And then we'll do 4 counts in, and I'm just talking you through it so you can take this with you when I finish the video. So 4 counts in, 1 count pause, 4 counts out. Do that a couple of times. 4 counts in, 2 counts pause, 4 counts out. Do that a couple of times. And then we start gradually lengthening the exhale. So it might be 4 counts in, 2 count pause, 5 counts out a couple of times. 4 counts in, 2 count pause, 6 counts out a couple of times. And keep doing it. Now, this is a really interesting practice to do when you're lying in bed and having a difficult time falling asleep, because you really will notice the subtle effects of your breath on your system very quickly, and they're not even so subtle. One of the things you might start to notice is that you feel like you're not breathing smoothly and softly, so you might have to take the ratio down a little bit more. So you might even do 3 counts in, 1 count pause, 3 counts out, 4 counts out, 5 counts out. 5 counts out might be enough. When you get to that end of your exhale, if you feel this happening, right, too much breath kind of coming in, that means your exhale was too long. This is something very interesting to notice at night, because the breath at night is so subtle and so soft, and you start tweaking it at all, and it can have the adverse effect, right? It can have the opposite effect of what you're looking for. So it's a great place to practice pranayama and to notice the effect on the autonomic nervous system as you're lying in bed, not able to sleep. It's really fascinating. So just, and if you don't have sleep problems, yay. But you may have other challenges throughout the day, like feeling nervous or uptight. This is a great practice for that. I've mentioned before in other videos, I do a lot of public speaking at conferences, and sometimes, to 100 people or more. And so I was, I almost don't have to do it anymore, which is really a good sign. But many times, and if I get up right as I'm getting introduced, I'll feel the in my heart, and then I just start doing this lengthening, the exhale, little pause at the inhale, lengthen the exhale, lengthen the exhale, lengthen the exhale, and then I'm not, a sweaty, nervous mess as I get up. I'm usually kind of sweaty, but I'm a nervous mess as I get up to give my presentation. So great for insomnia. It's great for public speaking. It's great for anything where you feel like you kind of have this anxiety and you want to shift out of that. So give it a try today. Please leave comments in on the video so I know how it's working for you. And we only have 5 days left of the challenge. So I would love your feedback as to what you would like me to do the next 30-day challenge about. Many people have suggested meditation. I'm happy to go there, but I'd like to hear what else you're interested in. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.